Welcome to the Renewal. Topic today is detachment. Some of us don't understand how detaching from things and people can and will bring so much balance into your life. Learning how to detach is 100% needed so that you don't take everything in life so personally. Because remember, we cannot control anyone's reactions. We cannot and should not want to control another human being, period. Love is about acceptance and not about being in control. Please make sure you like the video, share if you like, and subscribe to the channel.
It took me 25 years to learn this, but I'm finna teach you in 2 minutes. If they want to choose something or somebody over you, let them. If they want to act like they can go the rest of their life without talking to you, let them. If he never want to spend time with you or plan dates for you, let him. If she rather go out to the club with her single friends rather than kick it at the club with you, let her. If somebody is showing signs that they plan on betraying you, breaking up with you, leaving you, let them. Whether it's your friend, your partner, your family, let them be them. Let them do what they want to do so you can see what they rather do. Release control. Bro, for years I would always stress over things I have no control of. Another person's actions, another person's feelings, another person's decisions. I put all this effort into making sure these folks was always straight. But when I look around, ain't none of them watching my back the same way that I got them. I wasted all these years of worrying and stressing, but that same worrying never changes the outcome. A motherfucker gonna do what they want to do regardless. Just because you are being a great girlfriend does not mean that man will not cheat. Just because you committed to her and trying to heal her past trauma does not mean she won't go back to her ex. The only thing that keep a motherfucker around is a person that wants to be around. And people never leave the people that they love. They either leave people they was using or being used by. It's all a gamble, and maybe you can't trust them. Straight up, only time gonna tell. But if you can't trust this person, trust in yourself that you'll be able to leave if they do some shit that they know gonna fuck you up. They knew you had a problem with this. They knew you wasn't comfortable with this. Love with faith, not with fear.
With mastering the art of detachment, you have to accept that not everything or everyone is for you. In this video, I'm specifically talking about people because that seems to be the main thing that people are attached to, other people. You have to understand that you do not have control over everyone or everything. You can't control what other people choose to do. You can't control their decisions. You literally have zero control over another person or their actions. Detachment teaches you to have no emotion behind what people do to you. People are going to choose to do whatever the fuck they want to do, whether it hurts you or not. And in order to master detachment, you have to let go of the emotions that you feel when they make those decisions. So stop giving your energy to people and situations you know you have no control over. Learn how to just enjoy the experience of someone rather than controlling them and the things that they do. The main reason we feel hurt from people and situations is because of the attachment that we have to them. You have to detach. A person is only ours to experience, not control. And at the end of it all, we only ever have ourselves anyway. We can't rely on people to do the things that we expect them to do. Even if we think it's the right thing to do, they're still going to do what they want to do. When you start loving yourself more and more and mastering detachment, you're not going to need anything from anybody. And don't get me wrong, detachment does not mean I don't love you, I don't care about you, I don't want you around me. Detachment means that you aren't going to be fucked up if they do something wrong to you. If they do wrong you in any way, you're not messed up. At the end of the day, you've detached, so your emotions aren't all over the place. Because like I said, you always have you, and that's major. So even when situations don't go like we think that they should, you always have yourself. Most people don't even know what to do with themselves when the person that they're attached to wrongs them. They don't know what to do. But at the end of the day, detachment teaches you that you still got you. So remember, accept the fact that you don't have control over others. You don't own a person. Don't put expectations on people because when they don't live up to your expectations, you're the one that's left hurt. Remember that you'll always be straight because you'll always have yourself no matter who comes or goes. Peace and love, y'all.
And I'm so happy I know how to get the fuck on. And that's from a nigga, a friend, a family member, whoever. I'm not for the bad vibes. I'm not for the narcissistic behaviors. I'm not for the gaslighting. And one thing I don't fucking do is associate with people who don't take accountability. I cannot stand a person who never admits when they could have did something different. And it's crazy because a lot of shit I can really move past. But when a motherfucker act like they can do no wrong, like they played no part in the situation, that's the shit that I cannot get down with. Detaching these days has become so fucking easy to me. I wouldn't give a fuck how much time we got in, how long I done knew you, what we've been through together. I wouldn't give one fuck. I'm detaching from everything that is not serving me. I don't care if I grew up with you. I don't care if I got kids with you. I don't care what I've been through with you. If you can't get basic fucking principles and take accountability for the shit that you do that you could have did better, it's nothing there. I can't do nothing with you. And it's not because I don't care. I have to do this for my peace and my sanity. I cannot afford to be attached to people that don't see the basic principles of shit. I cannot afford to be attached to people that have no sense of accountability and no sense of wrongdoing. I can't afford to be attached to people that are closed-minded and can't see anybody else's point of view except themselves. I don't care how much it hurts. I don't care if I lose sleep at night. I don't give a fuck if I cry. Baby, I will not. I refuse to be attached to any more of y'all motherfuckers who can't get right.
My last therapy session, I told my therapist that people keep telling me that it's unhealthy the way I detach from people. And she made me realize that the only people who tell me this are the ones who don't know me personally. Everybody I've cut off were repeat offenders. The behavior was repetitive. And I always ask myself this one question before I do it. Do I think they'll change their behavior towards me? If yes, then I give them their warning talk. Let them know they're in the danger zone, so tread lightly with me. If not, I don't say anything because we've had this conversation before. I don't make any announcements. I just delete you out my phone and I scrub you off all my socials because I don't care to know what's going on in your life and I don't want you to know what's going on in mine. I simply move on because you no longer exist in my world. And this doesn't just apply to friends. This applies to family members as well because they are the main ones that's bold with the disrespect. I get sick of people telling me blood thicker than water. Yeah, with blood clots. I also don't want to hear life is too short. Life was too short when you decided to play in my goddamn face for the umpteenth time. So respectfully get the hell out of my face with all that. Me detaching from people ain't a bit more unhealthy than somebody being complacent with being disrespected all the time. I don't lose any sleep over my decision. I sleep the same as any other night, naked with a fan blowing in my face and one leg out from under the cover.
Most comment that I got on my previous video was, yo, like, how do I master detachment, or how do I go no contact? So we're about to get into it. Rule number 1, acknowledge it for what it is, not for what you think it might be, not for what you see potential in. Acknowledge the situation for exactly what it is. Secondly, accept the situation for exactly what it is. Accept the person for exactly who they are. Once again, not the potential in what you see in them. Once you gather all those things and you're like, damn, like, it is what it is. Thirdly, you move accordingly, baby. We are returning energy. We're giving what we're getting and nothing less. And last but certainly not least, the most important part. Silence is the loudest response. I don't care if they send you the craziest text, email, voicemail, whatever. You remember why we are where we are right now. You remember that pain that you're feeling right now and realize that you deserve 20 times more than what you have been given.
One of the hardest things in the world to do is master detachment while you crave somebody's attention. The older you get, you're going to start to realize that you're going to be alone on this journey most of your life. So loving yourself is going to be very critical, you know. If you don't understand how to love you, you ain't gonna learn how to master the detachment that you need to learn to let people go. And if you can't let people go, you're gonna let them treat you like anything. You're gonna wake up and start to accept anything. Things that you would have never dealt with in your past, you're gonna wake up and see yourself in it. You gotta learn how to let a situation go, let people go. Be stronger than your feelings. Because if you always listen to your feelings, you'll always end up in the same situation.
Sometimes being silent is the loudest thing you can ever say. Imagine in a breakup. You break up with somebody, you're with the love of your life, and they don't say anything for 6 days after spending every day together for 2 years. How loud is that? Louder than a fucking amplifier. Sometimes not moving is the move. Sometimes you have to pause and wait. And that takes more energy than moving. Sometimes not saying anything and biting your tongue takes more energy than running 10 marathons.
Doing too much for a person who does nothing for you. Like, you really have to learn to pull your energy back. You could have love for a person, you could care about a person, but when you're like, you know what, I love me more, I choose myself more, and if you're not gonna give me what I need and what I want, I'm gonna go. Like, I'm gonna go. I think one of the most powerful things as individuals that you can have in your mind is when you are not afraid to walk out of somebody's life. Energy never lies. So if their energy is not matching what you give, if you feel like there's an imbalance in what y'all got going on, you gotta pull back. I feel like a lot of times we be trying to force things or force people or force situations to be something that they're not, when in reality, if you take a step back to just really evaluate the situation, you will see that things are not, they're not adding up. My personal opinion, I just believe like what is for you, you will never have to force it. Like, obviously you will have to give effort and put time towards it, but like forcing it and forcing something to fit in a key that it don't belong in, you won't have to do that. So if you're forcing and it's not being reciprocated, you gotta reevaluate it. You really gotta take a step back and be like, whoa, like this is not really a situation I want to involve myself in.
Anything you chase will run from you. Anything you cling to will do anything to get out of your grasp, and anything you put on a pedestal will always be out of your reach. This is why detachment is the key to getting anything you want. And I know it sounds so counterintuitive, but just listen to what I have to say. Now, this doesn't mean that you stop wanting things or stop loving things altogether. It just means that we know inside that we will be okay whether we have this thing or not. And it's hard, I know. And this is why things like self-love and self-concept are so important, because whether or not you're a master manifester, there will be times when you're not in the presence of the thing that you want and that you love. And in those moments when you're alone, you just have to be okay with it. And you have to be content in order to attract it into your life. So how do we do it? So how do we detach? You have to unconditionally love the thing. Naturally, when we love something or someone, we want to have it or keep it. But if you really love it, isn't that enough? Isn't the love that's being conjured up in your heart enough? If you're trying to manifest a specific person and you love them, the fact that they exist and the fact that they were born should light you up. The fact that someone as beautiful and amazing and incredible as this person is exists and you know them, like, that is beautiful, and that is a gift in itself. When you love without attachment and desperation, the things you love will run to you.
The art of detachment has gotten me through literally everything in my entire life, and I call it the art of detachment, not the law of detachment, because if you can master it, you have won. We as humans want to control everything in our lives. It's like we literally just can't just let go. Like, we just have to fucking control everything. Life is not supposed to be that hard. Life is actually supposed to be easy and light and fun, and if you can just fucking let go and master the art of detachment, you are gonna skyrocket. You're gonna be happy as can be. It's like that cheesy quote, like, be so rooted in yourself, whatever comes and goes can't affect you. Like some whatever live, laugh, love shit. That's exactly it, because you can't control who wants to be in your life. You can't control what shit your friends are talking. You can't control if your job's gonna lay you off. All you can do is be your best self, put your best foot forward, and just be where your feet are. And just enjoy it. Just be thankful for what you have and work little by little for what you want in the future. Because the second that you show gratitude for what you have while working for what you want, the universe is literally going to give you whatever you want. It's just going to be like Oprah with that shit. Like, anything that you want, here you go. You can have it. Just have to let go of the expectations of, I thought my life was going to be so different right now. It could be different in a year. It could be everything that you've ever wanted in a year if you just let go and let the universe or God or whatever you believe in take care of it. Okay? Because there's enough room at the table for everyone. We all deserve to have whatever we want in life, and we can all have that if we would just stop trying to control everything.
It's not this, it is something better. If it is not now, it's at a better time, and you can handle it either way. If you want something and it has not come through yet, there is a reason for it that will be clear later on. If you want something and it does not happen for you, there is a reason that will be made clear later on. And there's so much to enjoy right here, right now, even in the absence of the thing that you want. The sooner you can enjoy your life, even without that thing that you want so badly, you will enter into that beautiful energetic space of neutrality where you are an absolute magnet for what you want to call in, because you cannot want something and have it at the same time.